What is up, guys? Doing another, I'm going to call them Iron Man stealths, because it takes way too long to say ICTV 75 detection, blah 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 blah. No assets, all that good stuff. This time we're doing Yacht Heist. I had changed to using a Yakuza perk deck for my stealth loadout as opposed to burglar. I liked having the movement speed as opposed to the bagging speed, to the body bagging speed and the pager answering speed, especially when combined with the ICTV. So somehow I managed not to get detected by that guy. So that's pretty nice. This test in particular wasn't too terribly difficult. I tried to get some of the... I got almost all of the extra loot except for like... I want to say like 2 pieces, which kind of sucked, but it happens. I was going to go back and get them, but I didn't have a... I only bring like 1 stealth deployable per one of these runs, just to kind of enunciate the challenge, I suppose. And so I only brought body bag cases with me. Honestly, didn't really need them. I probably could have brought ECMs instead, just to kind of cover me running around at the end getting extra loot. And in fact, to get all loot I probably should have, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So we got fridge, room 102, aquarium, and bookshelf with a white tag. Fridge and bookshelf, relatively straightforward. The aquarium is still pretty easy. Room 102 could be a little tricky, but thankfully we didn't get cigar and wine. Cigar and wine isn't hard to get. Cigar and wine is hard to get back to with 75 detection and all that good stuff. So I managed to just kind of work around this guy instead of just waiting for him. So, thankfully the sides of the fridge are considered solid by the game, so he can't detect me through them. But simultaneously, you can, pick up bags through them. So, handy in that regard. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been meaning to for so long, but I keep getting distracted by doing one down solo loud runs. But I was in kind of a more laid-back mood today. After I did some runs earlier, did some transports and some other various things, and decided to go for one of these. Go ahead and hit the aquarium here after figuring out where this guard was at. Thankfully he can't see me through the aquarium. I feel like Yacht Heist is a pretty well designed heist overall, especially for stealth. I like it a lot. It's really simple, straightforward, and to the point, and it can be very quick if you know what you're doing. Guard almost saw that bag. Didn't check my left side as I was running. Thankfully this guy didn't shoot as I was hitting him in the back.
Sorry. What, I thought you're the one calling me. What's up?
Try to hide him as quickly as possible, so instead of going into the side hallway there, I just hide him in this room. In the shower. So I'll go ahead and get some body bags, considering I've used my only 2.
Found it.
Waiting for 6th Sense to kick in so I could see a guard, or see the other guard that patrols back in this area. Checking to see where the civs were, and if the guard was coming down that hallway before I started picking this door open. Just didn't want to get caught with my pants down. And again, just trying to be careful and check all my corners before I poke around. That's why I weave in and out. That way, if I'm weaving in and out, and I start being seen, I'll notice that I've started being seen, and then I can just back right out. Some civs over there, the interview people, which can kind of just randomly spawn anywhere on any of the levels. It's kind of annoying, but they prevented me from being able to get the other side artifact, which disappointed me a little bit, because I definitely wanted to get all the artifacts for this run. I still got most of them, though. Managed to barely grab that artifact before I was detected.
Guard, careful.
I did want to go ahead and get back into cigar and wine just so I could get the artifact that is in that area. The bottles on the tables are able to be used as cover, so you can use the bottles on the table to hide in case the table isn't high enough in certain circumstances. Saw the guard, wanted to see where the civs were at though. Was also kind of checking behind myself to be sure that the guard wasn't running up on me. I think I saw that the civs were on the left side. I probably did, yeah. I just didn't notice it as I was rewatching. Go ahead and grab this artifact. Gonna wait for the guard to come back out though so I can mark him, keep an eye on him so I can shuffle around the other side of the room.
Guard.
Didn't want to open that door because those other civilians were there. The interview civilians. Was a little panicked right here. Wasn't sure where to do or where to go. I wasn't going to be able to pick open that door fast enough. Had to use the bottle to hide behind to get away from the civs. But I knew the guard was going to be coming this way, and I was hoping Sixth Sense would let me find out where he was. However, I was having a hard time trying to hide myself. I've had this happen a few times on a few different runs where it says I would get detected, but then nothing would happen afterwards, and I can't figure out what it does. It also does seem to happen with stationary civilians more than others. I've noticed it on, I think, Bank, and I've noticed it on this heist a few times. That being detected by a stationary civilian sometimes won't actually detect me. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's a weird bug where I have such high detection, because that's usually when I notice it. It's like only on high detection. Usually if I have low detection, it's never an issue. But my best guess is that the detection bar just gets maybe like to 99%, or I don't know if it goes up by integers or if it goes up by like hundredths of a percent as well, so like 99.99. Anyway, my best guess is just that it, for all intents and purposes, gets to 100%, but I managed to get back into cover like just in time or something. I really have absolutely no idea what causes it. Anyway. But it has happened before, and I've seen it happen to other people as well. So, go ahead and pick this door open really quickly. You can saw open these doors, but people can hear pretty much anywhere. People above and below, so it's not really safe to saw it open unless you're 100% sure that no one's going to hear it by using Sixth Sense or whatever. Waiting for this guard to start walking around so I can get eyes on the white tag bookshelves.
Guard.
Thankfully they were right there. Pretty easy to get to.
Look out, guard. Watch out, guard. Look out, guard.
Again, haven't used the bottle. Wait for my detection to go down so I can crouch jump over here. Civs didn't even start to detect me, which is nice. And the money bags were also in the first drawer I checked. Also nice. Weren't on the other side, requiring me to go around the bookshelf to get them, which would have been a little less desirable. Just trying to see where the guard was right there. I did want to grab this other artifact that was up here. Pretty easy artifact to get so long as the guard wasn't looking right at me. Again, I couldn't get the fourth artifact that was in the room area due to the where the civilian placement that I got, which was kind of lame. And then there's one other artifact on Upper Deck 1 that I need to get. But I believe those are the only two. I knew these two civs were going to be here, but shouted them down anyway because nobody patrols back in this area in particular. However, I did move this civilian because his head was poking a little past the glass doors. And the guards can't see through the glass doors, but he can see around the glass doors. I've had that happen before. So, the woman was fine, I just needed to move the man. Waiting to see if this guard proceeded into this room or went to the other one. I didn't get to utilize the speed of my Yakuza perk deck in this run because anytime I tried to burn myself with the Molotovs that decrease my health, it would alert somebody. I couldn't really find a safe area since sound hitboxes extend, as far as I'm aware, perpetually upwards, but have a finite horizontal radius. So almost like a cylinder. So even if there was no one like surrounding me that could hear it, people above me or below me would hear it. And maybe that only counts for drills. I talked about that in my Golden Grin level 0 stealth video a while back. Gosh, that's been a while. But I'm not sure if the same thing applies to the silent saw, and to the what was it I just mentioned? I already forgot. Molotovs thing, yes. If it applies to the Molotovs, however, I still couldn't find any suitable location to burn myself to get the speed. And the speed isn't super important on this heist, I don't guess. There's pretty adequate cover in order to hide yourself pretty much anywhere on the map. My 4 valve sections were all interlocked, which was pretty nice. I only had to do kind of an extended laser section before I could get to all of them. That's alright.
Good work. Now watch them overheat. You'll get that system rebooted. Watch the heat rise. You'll get that reboot.
Trying to be careful to make sure guards weren't going to see me through these cracks. Because with lower detection, it's usually not an issue, but with 75 detection, even just passing by me at that close of a vicinity for a second or so could get me instantly detected, and I wanted to try to avoid that.
Hey, I can override
Clearly.
the main panel now.
I wanted to try to use Sixth Sense and just get some eyes on a guard. There was one right above me, however I didn't know where the other one was. Didn't want to charge out from the lasers, only to run into a guard. Just trying to play it safe. However, he didn't seem to be over here, so I just bolted it up into this safe room since the guards can't see you through the glass. You do have to be kind of careful though, because they do come onto the sides and they can see you in the room. Almost got seen by that guard.
Look out, guard.
And then these guys kind of play hot potato with walking around in the center area and preventing me from being able to get in there very effectively.
Look out, guard. Guard.
See, I was going to run in since the other guard went to the side, but then the other guard immediately turned around, and I didn't get my chance. I did try to jump over here so I could get it, but I goofed my jump, so it's like, I forget it. And this guard was coming back this way.
Guard.
Kind of got caught here for a second though. Like I said, needed to be careful and I wasn't. Tried to knock this guard forward, but he fell a little bit to the
Got
left.
a short here. You see that on your side?
So basically at this point I was just hoping that the other guard didn't detect him until I was finished answering the pager. Worked out nicely though. That didn't detect him at all, so I just went ahead and stored the body bag in one of the corners so it wouldn't be seen.
Watch out, guard.
And since there was only one guard, it made it a lot easier to hit these buttons anyway, so it turned out to be pretty beneficial.
Guard.
Bad situation turned good. A happy accident, we can say.
Halfway now. Just 2 more overrides to go.
Guard. 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 Careful.
Just 1 more
Watch out. Guard.
Here we go. Money in a box.
Look out. Guard.
You can either look for
So
more
now I
loot
start to
or get out of
go
there now.
try to get the other two pieces of loot that I had yet to secure at this point. First one I go for is the artifact that is on upper level 1. Just trying to jump up and see where the guards are at so I didn't just run into somebody.
Look out. Guard. 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 Careful.
So that guard turned around and saw me just as I thought he wasn't going to. And then I just had to answer this pager. I still had a pager left, so it was alright.
Cool on this end. I didn't hear anything.
However, as I was in the process of answering or bagging his body, that guy came around the corner, so I just said, forget it.
Drop it. Just
So I just bolted for the escape before the alarm decided to go off. And that's all there was to it. So that was my Iron Man stealth for Yacht Heist. Thank you guys so much for watching.